Hello, everyone, and welcome to Resurrection Cup 2023, hosted by Friel. I'm your main commentator for tonight, Luminous Sky. I might be joined here later by Birdie, who will be commentating alongside me for this Mappool showcase. I'd like to thank all of you for coming to watch this stream and the immense support that we've got in the last couple of weeks too, with the massive amount of signups that happened last minute. We went from 20 teams to 46 teams, just like that in a single week. It was amazing, honestly. And I cannot wait to see how all of you will perform during these qualifiers. This tournament is officially sponsored by AlphaTech. The winning team of this tourney, every single member from the winning team will receive a Helios keypad from them. And you can use our discount code for 10% off on their site if you want your own. Now then, with the pleasantries out of the way, we can move on to the actual showcase. No Mod 1, Trick Lashed 220 by Lightshow Magic, a custom map for his qualifiers by Yumerios, replayed by Nanoya, quite an impressive 99% Act 1. Let's get started. Stat-wise, it's a fairly standard No Mod 1 for this range. 7.4 local SR. It's a pretty jumpy map at 220 BPM, has a couple of bursts and sliders, but nothing like super fancy. It's not exactly like Farm, of course, either. I think Yumerius did a very good job with this custom map, and I hope you guys will enjoy playing it too. And I'd like to thank Nanoya too for this amazing replay. It really helped us out. This map is 3 minutes and 36 seconds long, 1600 combo, so you'll be playing it for a while, but I mean, you should expect as much from a No Mod 1. It's CS4 and AR 9.7, which shouldn't be too problematic for anyone. OD9, fairly standard, not the hardest in the world to hack as well. Uploaded a couple hours ago, so all the maps have of course already been uploaded, and once this showcase is over, the main sheet will contain those maps. You'll be free to play them. We'll also have a map pack, though we have a special visual design for our Mappool sheet. It's not entirely done yet, but in the meantime, while we work on that, we will just give you a plain sheet with the maps. So you have access to the map shown immediately. A very impressive act here by Nanoya. I think he's on 100 at this point. Spinner gaming. We can talk about the cute background too, I suppose, if we somewhat run out of things to talk about in No Mod 1. Which girl do you prefer, Shad? The left one or the right one? A lot of rights in the chat. No justice for the blondes today, I see. Yeah, a lot of kind of triangular patterns too in this map when it comes to the jumps, though still fairly varied. The tapping is not exactly too heavy. There are a couple of bursts here, but nothing too long, like 5 or 7 notes max. It's just an aim consistency map, varied forms of aim. I'm curious to see where Nanoya broke, though it's probably just a jump. Yeah, unlucky. Actually, this was a debate question. How old are they again? I'm not sure, honestly. Maybe it was a debate question, though not intentionally so. So you're surprised at the songs in No Mod 1? Honestly? Kinda true, but I think Yumerius did a very good job mapping this as a No Mod 1. Even though it sounds kind of techy, like you might see this in a No Mod 4 slot, I think he did an amazing job mapping it as a Nomad 1. And that's going to be the first map of the pool. Moving on now to Nomad 2. You might recognize this map from a couple places. Most notably, perhaps, that it was in the grand finals for Free WC, the Free Digital World Cup last year. This map just instantly goes in raw. It has no intro, it has no slow build-up. You just go into the streams, and especially later on in this map, they get quite hard. Once again, the stats are actually the same as Nomad 1 in that it's CS4, AR 9.7, and OD9, but of course it's an entirely different type of map. And once again, Nanoya with the replay, thank you so much for holding that SS. Hello. I mean, to be fair, we haven't got into the hardest parts of the map yet, but still, it's impressive. Later down the line in this map, oh, that's a 100. But yeah, later down the line in this map, there are a couple of very mean XL and B-cell streams that definitely catch a bunch of players off guard. A bit of 1/3 here, but not too long. We're getting into more of the meat of it. These streams that don't really stop, you just get those slide breaks when it's a slider instead of like 2 or 3 circles. But then you also have to aim the next one, of course. Fairly difficult flow as well. 200 BPM should be fairly standard for the star rating. To be fair, if you get 50k, that's already impressive, honestly. True, it's a pretty hard pool. Though I'm sure we have players of such high caliber in a couple of teams that we might even see a couple FCs. Like maybe this one, right here, that we're seeing as a replay. Alright, that was Nomad 2, the Streamflow map. Moving on now to Nomad 3. Alternate gamers, rise up, you got a custom map here. Also uploaded a few hours ago. Odoru Mizushibuki by Akiyama Uni. It's a song from Toho Hiso Tensoku, which is the fighting game. The fighting game that people actually play, not one of the area fighting Toho games. I'm sorry if you like those. Stat-wise, this is CS4 AR 9.6, OD 8.8, a bit like slightly lower AR than Nomad 1 and 2, and a bit more lenient on the AC. BPM is 138. This is a custom by Isutaro-sa for Res Cup qualifiers. They went through not a lot of modding actually. It was pretty decent from the get-go already. He did a great job mapping this. And we hope you'll enjoy it too. There are a couple like 1.6 or whatever in the map, but it is mostly just 138 BPM alternating. Couple of interesting angles here too. Oh, that pattern in particular could catch you out if you're planning on sight reading it. So I don't recommend you sight read it because the pool is pretty difficult. But power to you. Wait, it's a long version? Yeah, it is a long version. This map actually has more combo than any other map in the pool, in fact, even Nomad 1. Though lengthwise it's shorter, it's 3 minutes and 7 seconds, it just keeps going. This map has like no breaks. It just constantly goes, and it goes. And Defi here with an amazing replay for us, still FCing, holding at 99.5% accuracy, very impressive of course. If we didn't have showcasers and playtesters like Nanoya and Defi, yeah, these streams would look a bit different. And this is arguably one of the easier parts of the map, though there is that speed burst there, which you've got to be ready for. Oh, and right as I say that, as we get out of the slower part, instantly going back to the main meat of it, if he finds a break. And this ending is pretty difficult. Though at this point you might also be just tired from 3 minutes of constant alternating. Even more so if you're one of those players who's just in for like almost every map. So 700k is by no means a bad score on this. Like if you get this in your lobby, I'd be pretty happy. Moving on now then to No Mod 4, the tech map. It is yet another custom, the third out of 4 maps in this No Mod pool. There won't be a 5th in the No Mod pool, unfortunately, because there are only 4. But yeah. This one is a bit higher CS than the other No Mods. At CS 4.6, circles are a bit smaller than maybe you're used to. But the other stats are fairly standard. It's a Dual Breaker XX, kind of a banger. Custom map by Cremek. He did a great job too on it. Has a bunch of sliders, but also a bunch of like kind of cut screens and a bit of tapping involved too. Those sliders are pretty easy to miss too. And these 1-2-3 and later on the 1-2-1-2 sliders as well. Kind of artistic, I suppose. Bit of 1/3 there as well. Just all around a map that has all sorts of tech. Not too much of anything, not too little of anything. Just a healthy dose of everything you might expect in a No Mod 4. It doesn't have like those massive, insanely shaped sliders or huge tumors or whatever you might see, but it has a fair bit of everything. And that pattern is also pretty nasty. Pretty easy to miss aim that stream. A bit of linear aim here. Is that a heart or a ball sack, chat? Which camp are you in? That pattern is evil. It is the devil, by the way. And this ending kind of goes. The spacing on that and the earlier stream is just nutty. I'm definitely expecting a lot of breaks on those. Yeah, thank you for the replay, Hoak. It was a very impressive 900k. Hey, and you're a streamer too. Thank him for streaming the showcase. Moving on to the Hidden Pool, then. Hidden 1 is a pretty recent ranked map. It got ranked like in April, I believe. It's a new version of Human League. One with Gumi singing instead. 7.27 stars when not local. I'm not gonna say anything. Okay. 250 BPM, awkward aim jumps. Not really a whole lot of tapping to see here, just a lot of aim control to go through in this and to read. AR 9.8 and OD 10, so actually kind of difficult to hack. Map made by Pedal. And it has a couple of pretty nice scores from like Zuri and Malashevsky on it with Hidden Hard Rocks, though this time you will only need to play it with Hidden. Has only been FC twice actually, but that might also be due to its sheer recency. house map that came out on the 13th of April. Pretty difficult map, honestly. The aim in this is no joke. And it's at a BPM where, like, we could see both a lot of alternating and single tapping at 250 is like kind of on the edge for most people. It was considered very comfortable in terms of single tapping, but of course we have the full alters too. Thank you for the replay, Indicolai, though it's only 350k-ish, it's still great. It's a very difficult map. Yeah, the BPM is high on this one, but it just jumps. Like, there is virtually no burst streams or anything of the sort in this map. So it's not Badoo capped, to put it in one way. Question marks in the chat. Thank you for the insight, Ducky. Yeah, these slider jumps too are very difficult. Very easy to break combo on as well. And hidden doesn't exactly make it easier. Skill cap map, kinda true, especially in the aim department. Like, I'm definitely expecting a certain team to do incredibly well on this. It's not like it has the two hidden hard rock scorers in the top 10 in the leaderboards in it. Yeah, these jumps are nasty. And the map doesn't really let up at all either. This ending just keeps going as well. You don't remember this hidden one? Well, you might remember Humanly as a map in general, or song in general, because it's a pretty used one, but this version of Humanly is a recently ranked one. Maybe that's why you didn't see it. It was ranked in April. Anyways, thank you for hidden 1. Now, time for hidden 2. Remote control. You might be used to seeing this map in DT in those old clips like Cookie Z, FC, remote control, hidden double time, 800 PP or something. Wow, amazing. I know, I like nostalgia too. But this time it's a reading map here as the AR8 pick of the pool. Plenty of overlaps and some, like, not timing changes, but like points where the beat just stops. I'm not exactly sure what the term is for that. Stat-wise, it is CS5 AR8, so, I mean AR8 of course, since it's a low AR map. CS5, kind of reminiscent of maybe the anti-mod, free mods as well, though you will not have to play this with hard rock. OD is pretty low, 7.8, so if you can read hidden, you probably won't have too much trouble hacking it, but that is if you can read these patterns. And some of these are pretty evil, but it's not a very mechanically challenging map, as it's only a 5.6 local and a 5.38 after. So very much testing your reading here and how comfortable you are on some of these awkward things. Like, this part is kind of slow and not the biggest deal in the world, but there's plenty in this map as you saw earlier too. That's pretty rough. Those triples, the spacing in them too. That pattern is also kind of mean. The Raven Waffles are replayer hit it. Pretty nice. Yeah, of course, it being hidden too, this is obviously the lowest star rating map in the pool, to the surprise of no one. Should have used my 140k B rank replay, I'm sorry. slow slider at the end. Don't break on that. And that's the hidden pool done. Moving on now to Hard Rock 1. My name is Psychotropic, an A map with a bit more tapping than the hidden one, albeit it's just burst of like 7 or I think 9 items maximum moving sliders, make you use some rest. This is very much standard in inconsistent on front one. In many pools, in like the recent year especially, we've seen a lot of like techie hard rock ones, even in the WBC recently. Psycho stronger pool as a hard rock one is pretty difficult, and people were somewhat complaining about it relative to the other maps in the pool. This one, for this tournament, is a very standard A map as a hard rock one. What you would expect in a hard rock one in a pool with 3 hard rock slots. Unfortunate break there. CS, AR10, OD10 of course, because of hard rock, and CS 5.2. Just slightly small circles. Star rating wise, this is, I believe, the second highest. No, sorry, the third highest map in the pool actually. In the new star rating. BPM wise, it's 180 to 210, it's mostly around 210. Not really any fancy sliders or massive flow checks or alternating patterns. It's just aim with a couple of bursts of from 3 up to 9 notes. Okay, a single 1/3 pattern there. Chat, what do I do if I can't read AR10? That's a good question. Maybe up it to 10.3, then go back down to 10 and it'll seem easy. Bit of a break here. Maybe adjust your grip, calm your nerves. As we're moving into the guitar solo part of the song, I believe this is where we'll see the 9-note burst coming. Yep. A little bit of flow, but nothing excessive. Of course, it being an inconsistency, Hard Rock 1 is a pretty long map too. It's 3 minutes 21, just a bit under normal one with 1400 combo. I'm expecting pretty decent scores on this, because most people can play aim to some extent at least, of course. As it's one of the simpler, just mechanically testing maps of the pool.
Oh.
Hello, Birdie!
Apologies for being late. Welcome.
No worries, it's good to have you here. We're just about done with Hard Rock 1.
Excellent. I've had a quick tune in.
Maybe you want to introduce Hard Rock 2 then, since you just came in?
Let's have a looky, of course. Hello everyone, welcome to Res Cup. Apologies for being late. Let me bring up the sheet real fast. How are we doing today, Sky? Poke?
I'm doing pretty well. I've just got done with voice chatting with my 4WC team. Being there for moral support, you know.
Nice.
And now instantly, as soon as I'm done with that, I come for this showcase.
Damn, busy man.
Sure am, but it's all fun.
Excellent. I'll find the sheet.
Alright, I'll talk about Hard Rock 2 then. This is actually the highest star rating map in USR in the entire pool. And not only does it test aim precision, but it also has a lot of flow aim in it as well. CS 6.5 of course, which is fairly standard, like the minimum you would expect from a Hard Rock 2. But quite an evil map honestly, like simplistic in that it only has like aim and flow, like a jump aim and flow aim. But it's just kind of difficult, though it is on the shorter side, so you can put in a bunch of attempts on it. It is only 2 minutes long, less than 1,000 combo.
Evil is the right word. It looks quite painful for many players.
Yeah, it is mapped by Yaspo with a replay from Defi.
Excellent.
Also, kind of a mechanical test, but in a different way from Hard Rock one, which is just a lot of jumps, in that there is a bunch of flow aim in this as well. Though not in this slow part in particular, but it's nice of the map to give you a break too.
Do you think players will want to play this?
I think there are maps in the pool that they want to play less. I'll put it that way.
Well put. HD2, cough cough. I'm struggling to find the Mappool. Is that on a specific channel? We don't want to play this.
Do you have access to the pooling sheet? I can link you it if you do.
I do not.
Then I'm not sure I can help you.
Damn. Okay, fair enough. My bad.
I'll just post a screenshot of the maps. Anyways, as this Hard Rock 2 is drawn to a close, it's a pretty good score by Defi, 600k. Much appreciated.
Not too long.
Not too long. Just barely over 2 minutes in length.
I don't know. I think that would be pretty comfortable for a few players, but maybe I'm just delusional.
We'll see based on the scores, I suppose.
All right, moving on. DT1, presumably, or are we going to hit it?
Yep, DT1. You can introduce this one then.
So we have Kinema 106 Asue no Kyokai-sen, expert. This is the standard DT map.
Not entirely standard, as it is AR 10.5. We bumped it up a bit instead of the usual 10.3 DT1.
Yeah.
And also, it is a relatively high DPM at 277 after DP. And it has a couple of bursts. They have like virtually no spacing at all, but they are still bursts. They need a bit of speed to hit them, even if it is mostly an aim map, like that one, for example.
I think the players who are very comfortable with DT will be very comfortable with this map. No surprises there. 2 minutes 20, not bad at all. I can definitely see this getting a lot of play.
Definitely has a bit of tapping requirement though, as Nomad 1, Hidden 1, and Hard Rock 1 didn't have that much tapping requirement. Hidden 1 especially having no tapping requirement whatsoever, I believe not a single triple even in the map. This one does require some tapping.
Yeah, compensating.
I'm sorry to those who don't like a bit of tapping in DT1, but it is what it is.
OD 10.11 as well, Christ.
10.47 is the specific AR that Oshu shows, but if you look at it in your client, it will show 10.5, so we say 10.5.
Message from Frio, just a heads up, we will not go above 10.5 AR until Grand Finals. Can't wait for the 10.7 bloody AR DT.
Clueless.
Yeah, I would not know anything about that.
We haven't actually finished pooling Grand Finals yet, so, so actually clueless. But yeah, this map, I mean, apart from the burst, it is a fairly standard DT1, other than the fact that maybe it's faster than most. So if you look at pools like where Tsukinami is also used as DP1, that's kind of similar to, just slightly lower, I believe, or higher in the BPM, I'm not even sure.
Oh, it'd be nice to see
around there.
Tsukinami in there.
And Tsukinami is actually also 10.5.
Damn. Oh, looking at the pool, we've had some bangers so far. Damn, I've missed out.
Well, so at least you're here now.
We are here now. We're on to DT2.
Yep, it's gonna be a Zun song. Toho enjoyers, this is the second time you may rejoice in this pool after No Mod 3.
So DT2, what is DT2 normally? Is this
It has a very tame beginning. This map is more about stamina and finger control, which will become very apparent in the later half of this map.
I'm looking forward to this. I like my finger control.
It was actually changed recently. The mapper updated it and fixed, quote unquote, some of the jumps that were a bit too spiky, and also changed the OD from 8 to 8.5. And then we requested a change back a bit down because we found 8.5 default a bit too much. So now it's 8.3 default, which leads to 10 after DT. It is 234 BPM.
This looks quite stamina intensive.
It sure is. Gets even more stamina intensive. AR is fairly low, so there shouldn't be much of a challenge in that, as is the case usually with DT2s or 3s.
Oh, love Mizone, love Mitoho.
Yeah, just stab, bro. Use your fingers.
It's fine, if you can't speed anymore, just take Adderall.
I'm sure someone, by the way, will hit all the speed parts and happen to miss on those like 5-star square jumps somehow. Yeah, the spacing gets pretty nutty there towards the end.
Mamma mia.
Very impressive score.
That looks very fun map if you're capable of playing it, which I am not. Very good score as well from the playtester.
For sure. Alright then, the last map of the qualifier pool, DT3. In some aspects, it is similar to DT1 in that it is 10 BPM higher, and also 10.3, though not exactly 10.5, but the tapping requirement is much more common here. Not that much more intensive, but it's much more common. You're going to see a lot of bursts in here, whereas in DT1 you only saw it in a couple of places. This one's full of them.
This is arguably just as speedy.
Even more speedy, actually. It's 285, while DT1 was 277.
But low AR.
Holy speed pool, damn right. Yeah, since we went with a 10.5 DT1, we took some liberty with the other styles as well, increasing the AR, not just having an AR8 and an AR 8.5 default map as DT2 and 3. One of the higher diffs of this song, I believe, was used as a hidden one in OWC before.
Hidden one. Oh, there you go.
I mean, that one was certainly mapped as a hidden one. This diff is not exactly. Though, I mean, it's a last day map, so you can expect him to do that sort of stuff.
Yeah. The artist name, a real mouthful.
Whose? The artist name?
Yes.
We have a short way to say that, Denkare.
Oh, okay. I was just gonna go for the full Monty, to be honest.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Denkishiki Kaden Ongaku Shudan.
Actually pretty well done. But yeah,
it's fun to say.
Yeah, it is. It is actually Denkishiki Karen Ongaku Shudan. It is.
Yeah, it's satisfying, isn't it?
There is.
No, normalize stupidly long Japanese band names.
But then we need to make up like short names for them, like Denkare.
Oh yeah. God, short names, they get weird. Like you look at a series name and the short name is nothing like the full title.
Yeah, imagine those light novels with like 2 billion words in the title.
Yeah.
Anyways, last map in the pool here, quite a bit of tapping towards the ending as well. Thank you for replay, Yomiyadik, very impressive 900k. I hope our speed players will enjoy this, even if it has some aim as well. It does certainly have speed too.
I think players will enjoy this. Can never go wrong with a banger. Good artist.
Alright, and that's gonna be it for the Qualifiers Mappool showcase for Resurrection Cup 2023. Thank you all for tuning in. I'm going to plug our sponsor again. Remember, AlphaTac sponsoring this tourney. Winning team gets 8 of their Helios keypads, and you can use our discount code on the website for 10% off. Go right now. I'm not a sellout, and I was not forced to do this. I swear, I promise.
I am a sellout. Please go buy from AlphaTac. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Apologies for being late, but
it's all good, fam. It's all good. The map pool will be on sheet momentarily, as well as a map pack, which should be available soon enough for you to play all these maps. Well then, Birdie, I'd like to thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me. Thank you all for watching.
Yep, I'd like to thank Quack too, even though he's not speaking, for streaming and the replays. Love you.
Thank you, Howard.
And I'll catch you guys next time.
Best of luck in your games. Enjoy.